Hello, I'm Miles Shipman, and I actually work in software quality assurance and test automation. I decided to take Intro to Health Informatics as a chance to step outside my comfort zone and to learn about how technology is used in an industry I have no previous knowledge or understanding of. So, without further ado, let's talk about Fhir. I believe Wikipedia encapsulated the definition of Fhir best by stating that it is a standards for describing data formats and resources, while providing an API for the exchanging of records. This means in an implemented system, all medical records stored within Fhir would follow the same organization and pattern, while the provided API will allow interoperability between all providers to share data. Furthermore, Fhir addresses multiple aspects of the MU Stage 3 by not only providing a possible framework to address common API desires of MU3, but also provides the backend capabilities to start providing better patient access to their data. Welcome to the Georgia Tech implementation of Fhir. This is the homepage of our read-only server, and I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of what you're seeing in front of you. In the center, you're seeing basic server information, such as our server name, our software, and the base aspect of Fhir. To our left panel, you'll see what's labeled as resources. Now, these are things such as conditions, medicine our patients are using, the patients themselves, observations made by the practitioner, and all those aspects. And if we go look at, say, condition, we can actually look here. We can see conditions based on their code in the medical world, the encounter that where that condition was diagnosed, or the patient who was diagnosed with that condition. Similarly, we can look up encounters between doctors. We can look at the date of the encounter or the patient involved with that encounter. And likewise with medication, we can look up by the medical code or we can look up by the name. But we're going to go through real quick. Let's walk through an example and look for our good friend Marla Dixon. So we're going to go to patient and we're going to look by her family name, so the Dixon part. And we'll just type Dixon and we'll search. So if we see here, we can scroll down. We know that Marla was patient 523050. So let's go read about her. Yep, and here she is. Her name's Marla M. Dixon. She's female. She was born February 14th like I was. However, she's a few years older than me. And her home address is 1221 Middle Street, Atlanta, Georgia. However, what else can we find out about Marla? Let's copy her ID number and look at conditions. We'll go down and we'll go to select patient. We'll select by patient ID. Put in her ID and we'll search. As we can see, Marla has 4 conditions. She has simple chronic bronchitis. She has coronary, cannot say that word because I am not a doctor. Type 2 diabetes. And then finally, hypertension. As shown, Fhir is quite capable of handling patient data and a means that's easily organized and accessible by both providers and patients. However, where does Fhir currently stand, and how is it being used within the world? I have provided a link below that showcases organizations that are currently interested in Fhir. And while perusing this information, I've noticed that many of the companies currently involved with Fhir are using it as a means of expanding patient access to their data. One of the key desires of MU3. I believe Fhir has a strong future ahead of it, and it'll be interesting to see if Fhir is the standard chosen to complete MU Stage 3. I hope you guys have a great day, and thank you for listening to me talk about Fhir.